Hey everyone, it's Meet Kevin, and today we're coming to you with Jack, and we're gonna do a reaction video. Meet Jack. So here's the scoop. 5 months ago, I made a reaction video to somebody that was posting financial advice on Reddit, and I thought to myself, I gotta do some more reaction videos. So naturally, when Graham Stephan invited me to Detroit to help him film a reaction video to another CNBC Make It video.
So just like 4 minutes here, if that, and then we're done.
Yeah, that's what I always say.
I thought, you know what? I gotta get back into the reaction videos. But for now, let's get into the actual reaction of this video.
This video.
A 25-year-old living in New York City making $70,000 a year.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm excited to tear this one apart. Let's see what we can find.
Money to me doesn't have to be this 50-50 thing. I think it should be about like equity, not equality. There's a distinct difference. My name is Leah, I'm 25 years old, I make $70,000 a year, and I live in New York City. Every day I commute to Rikers Island, I go through a bunch of security, and I work at a jail.
Okay, hold on. If she works at a jail and she lives in New York City, let's just be clear, she ain't living in Manhattan, okay? I mean, look, there are other cheaper boroughs. I know they're still part of New York City, but you know, usually when you hear people start off with, I live in New York City, people immediately think Manhattan. I don't think that's gonna be the case here. I guess we'll see when we get to the budget, but $70K, you ain't living in Manhattan.
When it comes to a budgeting system, a lot of it's in my brain. I don't use budgeting apps. Those things give me more anxiety than anything. It makes me feel like guilty for things that I don't want to feel guilty for if I buy an iced coffee. I don't think the $3.50 iced coffee really makes a difference in my finances.
Whoa, wait a minute, wait a minute, back up, hold on. This is totally a Susie Orman counterattack. Okay, if you haven't yet heard the latest gossip, Susie Orman was on CNBC Make It, like literally the same freaking production, except they published an article where Susie Orman's takeaway quote, which is very tweetable, was, if you waste money on coffee, it's like peeing $1 million down the drain. And initially it's like, okay, well, she's doing some compound interest math, but seriously, like $1 million? I mean, that's worse than what Ramit Sethi did when he was talking about home ownership in the last video that I posted about blacks versus whites. So let's be real here and figure out what's going on and share this kind of gossip with you, because my guess is CNBC got a ton of backlash about having Susie Orman say this crap, and now CNBC is basically going behind Susie Orman's back and going, you know what, go ahead, have your coffee. Go drink your New York coffee. Okay, it's probably a bad accent, but whatever. All right, here it is, look at this. Let's say you spend $100 per month on coffee. That's slightly more than $3 per day. And you put it into a Roth. After 40 years, your money would have grown to around $1 million with a 12% rate of return. No freaking wonder nobody finds you relatable anymore, Susie Orman. A 12% rate of return. Yes, I'm cool. Like, I can get myself a 12% rate of return doing wedge deals. But seriously, 12% throwing it into a Roth? I don't know, I'm not seeing it. Okay, see, and exactly, this is where she gets more reasonable again and goes, even with a 7% rate of return, you'd still have around $250,000. You'd still have around a quarter. Don't worry, honey, you'll be fine. If you just don't drink the coffee, you'll still have around a quarter. You'll just be fine. See, and look, this is exactly the kind of slippery slope junk you get from these financial gurus. You need to think about it as you're peeing $1 million down the drain as you're drinking that coffee, Orman says. Do you really want to do that? No, you don't really want to do that. It's a slippery slope argument. I could see her literally being the person in the coffee shop going, you're peeing $1 million down the drain. Meanwhile, she's getting herself a double frappy for $8. Because she's making so much money selling financial products and coaching. And look, I mean, no shade on that, okay? I sell a real estate investing course too, but I actually mentor my people in my private live streams twice a week in the investing course and twice a week in the agent course. I really try to help you guys out, and the cost is like nothing. I mean, it's like $240 and you get me in mentoring. It's like, okay, sorry. I'm going off on a tangent here. I mean, I get what Susie Orman's saying. Every penny counts, but I wasn't the only one triggered by this article. In fact, take a look at this. This is the New York Times, and they say, here's some money advice. Just buy the coffee. No skipping your morning caffeine boost will not make you a millionaire. Basically, the New York Times got triggered by this, and they are debunking Susie Orman's crap. And I think CNBC gets it, and that's why now they have this girl going, hey, you know what? I don't track my expenses because if I'm gonna spend the money on an iced coffee, I'm just gonna spend the money on the iced coffee and not feel guilty about it. But get this, they actually suggest that there was so much negativity that not only the USA Today chimed in, but look at this tweet. This tweet from Susan Orlean in response to this Susie Orman quote was literally, shut the up. Like, I'm not making this stuff up, okay?
It makes me feel like guilty for things that I don't want to feel guilty for if I buy an iced coffee. I don't think the $3.50 iced coffee really makes a difference in my finances.
Jack, does the $3.50 iced coffee make a difference in your finances?
Yes.
All right, now let's go ahead and look at the actual budget. So we know she makes $70,000 per year. Let's say she spends, 30% of that on taxes. That means she's left with about 49 grand divided by 12. She has about $4,083 after taxes to spend money on. And this is her budget, not considering savings. I wanna know what her actual expenses are living in New York. $1,640 including rent? This is a load of bullshit. There is no, this is a baloney. This is a bunch of baloney, okay?
I know that.
Okay, good. You already know that, oh geez. So yeah, look, I mean, there's no way that you're living on $1,640 in New York City. I mean, look, they put down here, union dues, pet, races, and entertainment, $95 a month for miscellaneous? Yeah, freaking right. There's no way she is only spending $95 on entertainment in New York City. I mean, maybe $95 is union dues, pet, and races. I could see that. But entertainment, we don't even know what some of these things are yet. But entertainment, $95 gets you like half a ticket somewhere in New York to some of these things, okay? The things in New York City get expensive. I don't know, I'm skeptical here because again, look at this, $1,640 in expenses. She's saving $1,000. So let's go ahead and put the $1,020 in here. Where's the extra $1,400 going? Where's that extra going? Remember, she's making about $4,000 a month after taxes. I'm suspicious. I'm not buying it. There's missing money here. Let's figure out exactly what's going on.
Difference in my finances. I've lived here for almost 4 years in this apartment.
Of course.
I hate moving.
Oh, Master of Social Work. What are you gonna get with that? Everything I'm seeing online suggests that with a social work degree, even a master's in social work, you're making like $70K a year. That's what she's making. So it makes sense, but it's like, we're in this, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. We're in the social work category for a degree, and we're about to talk about student loans. Her student loan payments were only like $60 a month, so they can't be that high. But, let's just see what she says for student loans. What do you think her student loans are? Do you think they're a lot or a little?
A little.
Okay, well, that's what I hope, because it's a social work degree. It is from NYU, which is good. I wanted to go to New York University. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what numbers are on screen.
I have about $115,000 in student loan debt.
She's laughing about it too. She's laughing about her, oh my gosh, she's laughing about her student debt as well, because she's like, this is stupid. I have $115,000 in student debt and I only make 70. It doesn't make any sense. Oh my gosh. But how's she only paying $60 a month? Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Yeah, exactly. Like, if it's a $115,000 loan, how is she not paying like $2,000 a month? That's insane. I mean, even if I drop the interest rate in half, she should still be paying like $2,000 a month. Look at her laugh about it. She knows how ridiculous it is.
I don't think about them. I don't worry about them anymore. I'm on the public service loan forgiveness plan. I qualify, I submit my application. I just recertified, it was approved.
Oh no. Public Service Loan Forgiveness Plan, New York City. Are you serious? Loan forgiveness options. A number of state and federal programs enable you to have some or all of your student loans forgiven, often in return for performing qualifying service, such as work in certain public service jobs for a period of time. The problem with having the student debt forever is it's going to prevent you from buying real estate. And yeah, look, I get it. I've heard it before. Oh, well, you're just a real estate broker trying to sell more real estate. I don't make videos on YouTube saying buy real estate to try to sell people in New York real estate. It doesn't work that way. I just think it's just sad when this loan isn't going to be counted against her for $60 a month. It's probably going to be counted against her for $2,000 per month. It'll just show she's just making payments of $60. They're still going to hit her for the whole debt until it's fully forgiven. 120 qualifying payments. That's 10 freaking years. So basically, her entire 20s will go to trash in terms of being able to build wealth in real estate. Garbage.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm making some headway. I have a lot, but I don't pay a lot, and I'm not planning on giving them more money than they asked for, because hopefully in 10 years, it'll just be gone.
Wait. Did you hear what she just said? I have a lot, but I ain't paying a lot. She thinks she's making either more money than she actually is, or she's got like a war chest of money that she's saving up on one side, but then asking for loan forgiveness on the other side. What?
And if at some point in 10 years they say, actually, you don't qualify, I'll just keep giving them $10 a month. And it's, I'm just like, whatever.
No, that doesn't work that way. If you don't qualify for the program anymore, you gotta start paying $2,000 a month. This is bad.
I've always known that I wanted to work with people. I feel like I've always been someone who just...
People say this and get master's degrees to go work at a jail. Look, no shame in working in public service. I think it's great. I was a police explorer. Here's a picture of me being a police explorer. I love it. If I wasn't doing real estate, I would have been a cop. But you don't get a master's degree from New York University with $115,000 in debt to go work in a jail. No. You just don't do that. It's fine if you want to go to like the local community college and then you go to the local college and you get a local master's degree. I could have gotten an in-state master's degree for like $30,000 from UCLA because it's in-state tuition and all that good stuff. But $115,000, that's probably out-of-state tuition. Like you financed a 6-year lifestyle, 4 years of undergrad and 2 more years of masters to accrue $115K of debt. I know, I say it a lot, don't I?
Yeah.
Here we go. Gotta have a side hustle, Jack. Did you hear this? Gotta have a side hustle.
Yep.
It's like they have to put in millennial money. Here's your side hustle. Gotta show how you're making money doing other things because your primary job is just not enough. And I'm all for multiple streams of income, but usually when people have side hustles, they're making like nothing. I don't know, see what this is all about.
I've told my opinions on new coffee labels, oral hygiene, dyeing your hair, just anything. I just got really good at getting picked.
She business expenses her coffee because she does surveys. Susie Orman did not include business expensing your $1 million coffee in her article.
My savings account is my PayPal account, so that has about a little over $5,000 in it.
What, Jack? Oh my gosh, wait. She has a lot. Remember when she said that in reference to the student loans? I have a lot, but I don't pay a lot. She has $5,000 in PayPal. Folks, we've just double figured it out here. She has her money in PayPal. First of all, worst place to keep your money because it's so visible, it's so accessible, it's so easy to spend. Harvard has done research, thanks Jack, you finished your food, good job. Harvard has done research to show that when you have $1 of money in your checking account, you're very likely to spend $1. You should never keep your money in a checking account where your money goes in and out. Oh, that's terrible. Remember when we did this? We're like, wait a minute. If she's making $4 grand, where's the extra almost $1,400 going? It's going somewhere. You know what? It's going into her PayPal. Because guess what else we found out? Or at least conspired together here on YouTube because, you know, you're smashing the like button, right?
Yeah.
You're smashing like?
Yes.
Wait, tell the camera, Jack, tell the camera. Hit the like button.
Hit the like button.
You gotta look in the camera.
Hit the like button.
Okay, that's good enough. Thank you. So, this is what it is. She gets $4 grand. She says to CNBC that she spends $2,600. We figured it out, folks. That miscellaneous budget for entertainment, she just doesn't tell CNBC that because she feels too guilty about how much money she spends with her PayPal, probably on Etsy, clothing, entertainment, fancy restaurants. That extra $1,400 is going poof, and you ain't hearing about it because it wouldn't look too good, right? But we figured it out. Look, I like the whole Roth thing, I get it for her example because she can't buy real estate. So you may as well put it in a Roth if you can't buy real estate. But I mean, if you had $10,000, imagine this, you put 3% down on something, you could go buy a place or save some more money and stop spending it all on your PayPal. You could go buy some, wedge deal in Queens and probably build your net worth to $100,000 or $200,000 much faster than you ever will with this Roth. Watch my video if you haven't yet on blacks versus whites.
$240 go into that every month. That's preset and that's based off of the bracket that you're in.
Okay, really smart to have a preset, savings. Very smart. I would bump that. Forget this whole preset bracket thing. Bump your spending from 4.5% to like 20%, okay? It'll get money out of your PayPal and you'll actually start making money. Because right now, you're in big doo-doo. You're stuck in the public service job so you could get the loan forgiveness, because if you leave, you don't get the loan forgiveness anymore. Although I'd be tempted to try to find a private sector job that pays me at least $20,000 or $30,000 more, because guess what? Then I'm gonna not need the loan forgiveness. I'll be able to afford real estate so I can start investing in real estate, and I'll be able to pay off that loan myself, making more money, probably have more opportunities for advancement. Sorry, right now, it feels like you're stuck on an island with coffee that you're writing off. Ha! Take that, Susie Orman.
When it comes to budgeting for food and groceries, this is something I could be better at. I've also reached a point in my life where I'm willing to pay more for better ingredients because I love to cook. It brings me so much joy.
How do people say things like, I've reached a point in my life, when they're in their mid-20s and they're 115 grand in student loan debt? You haven't reached any point in life other than rock bottom.
I do have an account through Robinhood that I'll put money into just to buy stocks. I've kind of been dabbling a little bit in that, but
No, you don't just dabble in stocks. This is what people get wrong. They think they're doing the right thing because they download Robinhood and they throw some money into stocks. They don't realize that investing is not about, I open the account, I put a little money in, tee-hee-hee, all right, that's it. She's got $5 grand sitting around in PayPal and $800 in the Robinhood. She's probably invested money once, maybe twice, and never again. This is the stuff that's wrong with like the whole like social media, do your Roth, dabble in stocks, become an investor. What do you have to lose? You're in your 20s, invest for the long run. Invest, I'll say it, in your case, you can't invest in real estate, so go ahead, invest in index funds, throw more money in. To have $800 in your Robinhood and $10K in your Roth and $115,000 in student loan debt, it's just not lining up.
I would love to become more financially literate also because I would love to share that with other people. It's definitely not something.
No, the last thing I want is you to share financial knowledge with anybody. That's exactly why I'm making this video. And I'm making this spontaneously because I saw the title and I'm like, I was literally just in New York City. I treated Lauren to a helicopter ride. We went to an awesome sushi dinner. We had our I'm Over It tour there, which is the one-day real estate investing crash course. Chicago's next. The event was awesome, by the way. Sold out really, really fun. But, like, no. You got at least in this case 10 years to go before you start teaching people about money. And even in that case, you're gonna be teaching people to take out loan forgiveness programs.
I think we're teaching women, and it's not something we're teaching like a lot of marginalized groups too.
This has nothing to do about marginalized groups or women. This has to do with a screwed up educational system where you have $115,000 in debts and you're making $70,000 a year. I'm gonna go have a shot now. Okay, I'm not supposed to say that on YouTube, am I? Or in front of Jack. I'm gonna go have a shot. I'm gonna go have a drink of water now.